September was a screaming hot month for Bloomington for home sales. We're going to take a look at the speed of the market. So when we look at the speed of the market, how do we gauge that? Well, we gauge it through medians because we want to have half above and half below. Because when we do averages with these sorts of statistics, it gets muddled up because there are some homes that sell like right away in a day, and there's some homes that sit for 90, 120 days. So I use, or most real estate agents use, a median. So a median is the median amount of time that it took to sell a home in Bloomington in this case. So it took 13 showings to get a home sold in Bloomington. And by the way, 13 showings to pending. And pending means that there's no inspection, or the inspection that was written in, which is about 65, 70% of the time, has been satisfied. So it's pending. So that's sold. And that happened in 14 days. So in 14 days, there were 13 showings on the median to sell a home in Bloomington. And by the way, these are single family homes. So when it boils down to it, single family, very quick, crazy quick. Townhomes and condos, also very quick, but not crazy quick, if that makes sense. Saturation. It's sometimes called absorption. It's saturation or absorption. Took me a while to figure out absorption. So when it comes to saturation and absorption, this is the concept. This is a buyer demand and a seller supply, because it takes 1.4 months for all of the homes to sell if no other homes are put on the market. That's how much buyer demand there is. And by the way, a balanced market, according to the National Association of Realtors, is somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 or 5 or even 6 months. So this is very strong seller's market. So in the month of September, what were sellers seeing when it came to list price to sell price ratios? Okay, for single families, they were getting 100.3%. Now that's actually a little low, and we'll get to that in a moment, but it's actually the lowest since February of 2025, for 6 months, 7 months. This is that low. This is the average. Sellers were getting 100.3% of their original list price. For townhomes and condos, of course, it's going to be lower, 96.7%. Quick question for you. Are you curious about the value of your home? If you are, I have just the thing for you. Just scroll down below where you're watching the video right now, and then where you'll see free market value report. And you click on that link right there next to it, and it will go to this website, which is my website. You'll type in your address, and then you'll push that green button. It will ask you for your email address, and then it will send you an email, and it will be an automated valuation of your home. The only other person who knows that you did it is me, and I'll keep it quiet. I will send you a thank you, however, but other than that, no one else will know. So when we look at price per square foot sold, now this is all finished square feet. The majority of this is going to be above ground, but it does include some below ground square footage. So it's just finished square feet. So $206 a square foot for single family and $191 a square foot. So $206 a square foot. That is up 4.6% year over year from September of 2024. When we look at townhomes and condos, it slipped, and there's a few different reasons why, but one thing you need to know is there's a lot of physical area in the city of Bloomington, and there's a whole bunch of cheap or less expensive condos. But the price point went down on average, 11%. That doesn't mean every condo went down, but it does mean the condo market has been a little suppressed because of a lot of things. I also wanted to throw this in there because it's interesting. As of today, October 1st, there are 18 condominiums in the city of Bloomington under $200,000. So that means $200,000, $199,000. I think there was one for 105 or 110, a few of them at 120, etc. So what I'm getting at is that one of the reasons why this is happening is because there has been a larger amount of condos, and many of those condos are older condos in older buildings. And we know what happens as you age. When I start aging, I'll tell you what that's like.